Hey guys, I wanted to talk about something that is extremely important. And I am somebody that speaks from experience because I have had a near death experience and I have died briefly before. So please listen to what I have to say to you. And I want everyone to hear what I have to say. I just got up because somebody called to check on me, which I'm very grateful and thankful for. I appreciated the phone call. And but I laid down and fell asleep. And since I woke up, I have still been having some problems, but I am feeling better. And I am not going to the hospital and I'm not calling an ambulance. And I'm going to just see what happens. But I wanted to talk about death in this video because I think people need to hear this to put some perspective into it. Because I know there are a lot of people that on this subject are afraid of death. And I'm here to tell you, don't fear it. Like God says, fear is the spirit of the devil. God does not put fear into your heart and soul and mind. That only comes from Satan. He tries to make you afraid. But I want to tell you guys something that a lot of people don't think about. We are built and designed to die. And I want to talk to you about other things that maybe never crossed your mind. We go through this whole life from the time we're born, learning everything: how to walk, how to eat, how to do things, how to interact with other human beings. Everything that we do in our life, God has equipped us with the capability to do it. He gave us legs so we could walk. He gave us lungs so we can breathe oxygen. He gave us a brain so we can think and go about our lives and function. He gave us eyes so we can see, ears to hear, taste buds so we can enjoy the food that we eat, so we get joy from that. He gave us everything that we need. And if you go through life not fearing to walk, not fearing to go to school, not fearing to cross the street, all the things we're built to do, why would you fear death when we are also built to do that? That is part of life. Every human being that is ever born into this world will die, and we are built to die as much as we were built to be born. And like dying, you won't even know it happened any more than you knew you were being born. You have no memory of it, right? Of the traumatic experience of being born, you have no memory of it. And death is the same way. When I died, I didn't even know I was dead. It took me a few seconds for it to register. And then when it registered I was dead, I did not panic. I was in a very calm, serene, comfortable, beyond comfortable place where it was so calm and relaxing and just so awesome that I could have just stayed there forever and ever and ever. And it was nothing to fear. And it was that fast, that fast. 1 second here, next second, I was there. That quick. It was so quick, I didn't even know I died. Think about when you learned how to drive. You were nervous. You were a little bit afraid, right? But you learned how to drive. Now think about when you first learned how to drive. What were you doing? What do all of us do when we learn how to drive? We're all looking right over the nose of the hood of the car, right? You're looking right over the nose of the car, trying to keep that car between the lines. That's what you focus on when you first learn to drive, is you're focused on keeping that car in its lane, right? So you're looking right over the nose and you're making sure you're keeping that car, as the road turns, you're making sure you're staying in your lane. But then when you get driving down, now you just look straight out the windshield and you just see the whole view in front of you is one big picture. You are no longer looking over the nose of the car. That's because we are built to go through what we're to go through. And so all that nervousness and all that fear was for nothing, because now, as an experienced driver, you get in your vehicle, you start it, put on your seatbelt, you don't even think anything of it, and you just drive with one hand, maybe drinking a pop. You don't have to worry about keeping it between the lines. You're not even looking at the lines. It's just like subconsciously you just do it. That's what death is like. And it's like everybody gets worked up, oh my God, one day I'm going to die and I'm not going to be here. And I'm so afraid. And it's nothing to be afraid of, you guys. We are built to do it. God has specifically designed us to die. Why do we fear something we are designed to do? We're designed to do everything else in this world. And do we have to fear all the other things that we're designed to do? No, we're designed to eat. Do we fear eating? No, we're designed to sleep every single night. Do we fear sleeping? No. Look at all the things we're designed to do. So if we don't fear all the other things we're designed to do, then why the one thing we're designed to do in the end do we fear when we're also designed to do that? You don't have to fear it. We never die. We go on. We go on. And if you watch the near-death experiences, they'll tell you the same thing. We go on. You can't kill energy. It lives on forever. We live forever. When Frank dies, he didn't die. It was his body that died. His soul went on. We're designed to do that, you guys. We're designed for it. You don't have to fear it. There is nothing to fear in death. And you will see one day when you die, you will look back and say, I don't know why I was so afraid of that. It's like walking from one room into the other. It's that fast. I watched my mother die and she went off peacefully. She wasn't frailing and panicking and struggling. She just slowly stopped breathing and she was gone. We're designed for it. So don't be afraid of death. And that's why I don't worry about my heart doing what it's doing or thinking I was going to die in the ambulance when my heart was really spiking and they told the driver to speed up and put on the siren. I wasn't freaking out in the ambulance. I don't do that when I go to hospitals. I don't freak out or riding in an ambulance or when I was transferred to St. Vincent's when I had my collapsed lung. I wasn't thinking about dying, even though it was a serious problem. Having a collapsed lung was nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. I wasn't even thinking about what they were going to do to me when I got to the hospital. I don't fear it. Even like right now, I'm having episodes where I'm feeling like I'm going to pass out. I get very lightheaded, but I don't have any fear. If God wants to call me home, he'll call me home. I could go today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, whenever he's ready. I'm not worried about it. I figure I've lived my best years already anyhow. I don't feel like there's anything left for me in the future. I've done all the things I want to do. But don't fear death, you guys. I've already died once. There's nothing to fear at all. There was absolutely zero scary about it. Nothing. There was nothing frightening about it. Matter of fact, I love being there more than I do here. Being dead is great, and you will see. And when you die, you are not going to want to come back here because it's so much better there. It's like graduating from high school and going on to college. You complete one set of education and you go on to a new one. So we're designed to do this. God has specifically designed us to die. And there's steps that we go through when we die. It's just the way it is. But it's not anything you are to fear. Not even Jesus himself feared death. As he hung on the cross, he told the criminal next to him, the thief, he says, this day you will be with me in paradise. They weren't afraid. He was hung up there and he was not afraid. He knew he was going somewhere better. He was going back to that place which he originated from, where he came from. He was going back home. You don't need to fear it. If my heart stops, it stops. I'm not worried about what I see on the other side. I know there's an afterlife. If you didn't have to fear being born and you got no memory of it, you don't have to fear in dying. Going out is the same way as coming in. It's pointless. Don't fear it. Don't fear it at all. Live your life and go through life doing that which you want to do. Enjoy your life. And when it's your time to go home, it'll be so quick. You'll realize that you spent your whole life worrying about something you never needed to fret over anyway. Think about all the other things in life you fretted over and you realize you never needed to fret over it. Whether if it was a major exam coming or getting it right during your wedding or whatever it was that made you nervous and afraid. And then when you look back on that experience, you think, man, what a fool I was that I was even stressing over that. that I was even worried over that. I'm here to tell you guys, you don't need to worry about death. It's no big deal at all. Not at all. Because God will be there. Christ will be there to get you through it. And he can take any fear that you have and wipe it out and eliminate it. You don't have to be afraid of anything. We are built to do this, and we are going to go through it. Don't worry about it. It's not as bad as you're making it out to be. That scary roller coaster looks so terrifying until you ride it. And then when you get done, you realize, man, that ride wasn't bad at all. It looked worse from the ground. Death is the same way. Have no fear. Live, and when your time comes, so be it. You will go to a better place. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.